Ohio State quarterback CJ Stroud is coming off his first career start against Minnesota, which they won 45-31 last night. And there were a lot of takeaways to note from his first career start last night. And I think overall you have to be really, really pleased with how he played because it showed a lot of different characteristics, a lot of things from him. Yes, you saw his ability as a quarterback, but it's more his mental ability to bounce back from kind of a rough first half from throwing an interception. So I think if you're an Ohio State fan, I think you should actually be encouraged that it wasn't just smooth as can be and it wasn't just like smooth sailing. I think it's good to have some fight and fight through some adversity. But today I want to look at some of the film from last night and kind of go over what made him bounce back, how he became successful in the second half, and kind of look at those plays and the schemes that kind of helped him get into a group. But before we look at the film and talk more about CJ Stroud, I want to encourage you to consider subscribing to the YouTube channel to like any quarterback-related content. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the actual meat potatoes of the actual film. So CJ Stroud had a rough start to the game, as most people probably watched. Actually had a smooth first drive. They were up 10-0, and then the interception came. Then Minnesota took the lead. Then the second half, it was pretty much all Ohio State and CJ Stroud offensively once they took the lead in the second half. And the big takeaway from CJ Stroud was, one, his ability to bounce back and make adjustments. I think it's actually a good thing, like I mentioned earlier, that he wasn't like 20 of 21 with 300-something yards and 4 touchdowns and then won 48-5 or 48-10, whatever it may be. I think it's good that he's able to fight through in the first game. So he got a lot of experience, a lot of playing time experience, and a lot of different situations and scenario experiences all in one game. I think it's going to be beneficial down the road. Let's look at the box score real quick. CJ Stroud was 13-22, 294 yards passing, right under 60. His completion percentage is right under 60, 59.1, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. And I forget the exact stats in the second half, but obviously much more efficient in the second half. And I think a big part of that was they kept the running game going, but they used the run game to get CJ Stroud more comfortable in the passing game. So we're going to see these touchdowns. We're going to see the ability of Stroud and just the play call of Ryan Day to get Stroud in a position to succeed. We're going to see him do some half rollouts, some rollouts, but they're planning the passing game and the passing attack, at least in the second half, off the run game. So that's where some of his success came from. I think 3 out of the 4 touchdowns were all play actions, or a half roll, a rollout. I think 3 out of the 4 touchdowns actually worked, because the other touchdown was that touchdown to their running back. So let's go and look at some of the film. The first clip we're going to look at is just a nice, quick, easy read that kind of helped CJ Stroud get started in the game. The second clip is going to be the actual interception, and the next 4 clips are all the passing touchdowns, which we'll see the ability of Stroud and the ability of Ryan Day to put Stroud in a good position to succeed with those half rolls, play action, and just using the running game to open up the passing game. That's kind of the big takeaway. They used the running game to open up the passing game. He got comfortable in the second half, and we saw receivers running wide open. He was able to hit those guys. Let's go ahead and watch some of the film, then I'll catch you in the back end of the video. So here was a nice, easy throw from Stroud. It's going to be just a quick out route here. We'll watch it real quick, and then we'll kind of look at the actual read that he made. And ball comes out before he breaks. Nice, easy throw there from Stroud. Get the ball to your stud receivers. Let them make plays. And we'll go back briefly real quick, though, because he's going to be watching this backer here. So we see, if you watch both outside backers, this outside backer takes his guy going on an out. This outside backer actually takes the running back, just like the middle linebacker does. So you got basically 2 backers on one on the running back in the route here. And so that's an easy read for Stroud, especially with the safety being so far off. Again, you like seeing that with young quarterbacks here. Boom, we see both backers come in towards here, leaving this out route here. So nice, good, easy read from Stroud, able to get the ball out quick, and you'll see more and more of this down the season. But I think seeing reads like this from young quarterbacks is always a good sign, even for a highly touted quarterback like Stroud. So here's the interception Stroud threw. We're just going to see it's just on a dig route here. It's just behind him. Just an inaccurate throw downfield. Good play design, great read, way to stay in the pocket. Just put out here, we see throws behind him. That's what leads to interception here. So we'll watch it kind of one more time just to see that throw. Again, good read. Ball is just thrown behind him. That leads to that pick. Sometimes inaccurate throws just happen, even from accurate quarterbacks. And so some of the adversity Stroud was up against was his own doing. But, that happens to young quarterbacks, to veteran quarterbacks. So I think it's great experience. And sometimes these bad throws or bad plays lead to better plays down the road. Good experience there, good learning experience there. But again, just an inaccurate throw. So I believe this is Stroud's first passing touchdown as a college quarterback here. We'll watch it real quick, but good job in the pocket. Something he does very well maneuvering the pocket, and then great touch throw to Chris Olave. Goes for the touchdown there. So let's watch it real quick in a bit more detail. Again, it's not the 22 film. So we have the crossing route coming here. He's able to buy time in the pocket, stay in the pocket, pressure in the pocket, kind of falling away, but a good ball here with pressure in his face. Very accurate throw. Again, the receiver coming across here, able to kind of lay it right in. We call that a two-ball, kind of a tweener throw in between a 1 and a 3, 1 being a rocket, 3 being a bomb. So I kind of like to call those mature throws. So great job by Stroud hitting his guy over the DB in the zone route for a touchdown there. That kind of got things going and got Stroud feeling a bit more comfortable as the second half got underway. So here's Stroud's touchdown to Garrett Wilson, just running a deep post here. The route Wilson does is a pretty phenomenal route. I'd encourage you to go back and watch the replay of the route there. But one common theme was Stroud that got him comfortable. Let's see if I can go back a little bit more. That got him comfortable and kind of playing more in a groove is using the run game to the passing game's advantage. So it opened up some plays downfield, and this is, I believe, Stroud's second touchdown pass. And just like the one we just watched, they used a small little play action half roll here, right? So they moved the pocket a little bit, got defense out of position from the run game. That opened up passing lanes downfield. And then, of course, the matchup was great with that safety to Garrett Wilson, the safety. So, again, Stroud was able to get comfortable, was able to move within the pocket, good play action there, and that set up some passing lanes downfield. So here was Stroud's touchdown pass to the swing route to the young star running back, who we're going to see a lot of, by the way, this year. So right now it's 31-24 in the game. Ohio State's up by 7. Minnesota just is coming off a field goal. It's 3rd and 5, and this is what an advantage that CJ Stroud will have this whole year, just to be able to dump it off to your receiver like this, dump it up behind the line of scrimmage, and then you just let him do the rest of the work. A nice long, 70-yard touchdown on a 3rd and 5, and Ohio State didn't trail the rest of the game, and were able to hold off and get some points. But again, what a great advantage that Stroud has being able to. So here is Stroud's 4th touchdown of the game. This is what put the game pretty much out of reach. It's 38-31 right now with about 4:40 left in the game. Throw to Chris Olave here. What a great job staying in bounds and going for a touchdown. But let's talk about what we'd mentioned previously in one of the passing touchdowns that Stroud had. Let me scroll back real quick. So another common theme was getting Stroud out of the pocket, using the running game to set up the passing game. Nice play action, get him out here. Again, that sets up, look how many guys are in the box here. I think we have 8 guys in the box. So there, there's going to be throwing lanes downfield. You guys are trying to recover right now, unable to. Plenty of throwing lanes downfield. So again, getting Stroud outside the pocket, using his legs a bit, getting to move around a little bit, but using the running game to help open up the passing game is another great example. This play is another great example of them doing that, and it led to a long touchdown pass here. Again, wide open receiver, but because of that play action and because of the running game getting going, led to that open play. So again, my favorite takeaways from Stroud was getting hit in the mouth and being able to bounce back, making in-game adjustments, and that is largely due to the coaching staff and the receivers and running backs and players around him, but he still had to make those plays, and he still had to deliver the ball, and so I think bouncing back from adversity, even though the adversity was kind of caused by him with the interception, but that's football, and that's what happens. And so I think it was a really good performance overall to get a 14-point win against a pretty good Minnesota team who's probably going to have a good season this year. First game on the road, and the weather wasn't great. So if I'm an Ohio State fan, I'm happy with Stroud's performance. And then the takeaway of coaching staff putting him in the right position to succeed and kind of building the passing game off that successful run game through some play action and some boots, which had the bootlegs, which had the receivers running wide open. So those are my quick takeaways from Stroud and why he had a successful second half. But I wanted from you, what are your thoughts on Stroud's performance? Let us know in the comments below. We'll see you next time on the next quarterback-related video.